So I decided I really want to make a update video on where I'm at. I'm hoping that maybe if I do that, then I will be able to make decisions about what I'm reading quicker, because that's a problem. And maybe also hold myself accountable to the fact that I'm not actually meeting my 2020 reading goals. But I'm not really trying. So anyway, what I just finished is Warbreaker by Sanderson. I got this copy from my boyfriend. It was a birthday / Christmas present. I really like it. I love it actually, and it's beautiful. It's got illustrations inside it, the cover, and it's got like all the covers for the different editions, as well as other special illustrations just for this book. There's one that I really liked, one that I liked that I'm never gonna find again. There it is. I really like this one. Anyways, if you are interested in getting this edition of Warbreaker, I would warn you, caution you, that they had some issues with this one. I don't think it's an issue with their other Cosmere books, but a bunch of people have been having issues with this one because the color fades. So I didn't realize it until I was about halfway through the book. So you see like the star is a little faded, and then Sanderson's name's kind of fallen off too. Thankfully, mine isn't that bad. Like the damage isn't that bad, but it is unfortunate that that's happening. That I've seen some people's pictures that were like really bad, and I felt really bad for them. But if you're planning on getting it, know that it should just sit on your shelf looking pretty. If you're planning on reading it, either be very careful or just get the paperback. Get the paperback. They can take it. They can take the hit. So I just also finished reading Sandman Overture, which is the prequel to the Sandman series. I haven't read the Sandman series. This is the first one that I've read, so it's my introduction to it. I did look into it to see if it was alright to start with this one rather than the rest of the series, because I know this one was more recently published. I heard that it's fine to start with this, so I decided I would, and I loved it. The art in it is amazing. The way that the pages are set up, like the way that the panels are divided, it's unique and different on each page, and the flow is just so interesting. Like the way that it flows, you would think that with so much going on, and that's one thing that I was worried about when I first picked up Sandman. When I first opened up a Sandman comic, I thought, there's so much going on, how am I supposed to follow it all? But I actually found it pretty easy to follow, like where the story was moving on the page. So that was good, and the colors are amazing. Definitely really love it, and I can't wait to read the rest of the series. The story has intrigued me. I am currently listening to Rebecca on audio. I am probably about 30% through that. That might be optimistic, but I was hoping I'd be able to get through it a lot quicker. When I listened to Wuthering Heights, I got through it in like 2 days, and I thought it was going to be a similar experience, but so far it hasn't been, probably because I don't really like the main character, the unnamed narrator. I don't know if I'm gonna DNF it. I really like the concept, and like there are parts that are really interesting, or like the spookiness of it I really like, but like the uncertainty and embarrassment of the narrator and the timidness of her is just, it's too much for me. I can't, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't think I like it. I think I can say that I don't like it. I've been waiting to start The Stone Sky till after I finished Rebecca. I don't know if I'm ready to say I'm not going to continue with Rebecca, but I am very, 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 very close. So as soon as I decide that I am done with it, I'll be listening to the Stone Sky, and I know I'm gonna plow through that. So yeah. As for what I'm gonna read next, physically read next, there's The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula Guin. I read The Dispossessed and I loved it. It was amazing. And this is set in the same universe. None of the characters are related, I don't believe. It's just a civilization that's mentioned in The Dispossessed is dealt with, or is in this for the most part. I am interested, very much interested in starting this. So that I'm starting soon. And then there's In the Garden of Beasts by Erik Larson. And this has been staring at me for the past 2 weeks because I've been using it to prop up my camera. So it's been right in front of me, in my face, on my mind. So that's probably why I am thinking about reading it right now. I like want to read it. Another reason is I just finished Mother Night by Vonnegut, which is set in, well, World War II / post World War II. So that sort of got me in the mood for World War II stories, although I'm not super into books about World War II, even though I have this one and another one that's also by Erik Larson that is also set in World War II. I'm probably going to read this. The question is, which one am I going to start first? Meaning, which one am I going to start as soon as I'm done recording this? I don't know, because I'm so bad at making choices. I'm probably going to stare at both of them for a long time. That's where I'm at. As for meeting my goals, oh, this one, nonfiction, that was one of my goals. So there's that. I think I've only read 2 books so far this year that meet my goals that I set at the beginning of the year. I've read 1 nonfiction book, and I reread Warbreaker. That's right. I wanted to reread a couple books. So I reread Warbreaker, and I read a nonfiction book, which was A Diary of a Bookseller by Shaun Bythell, which was really good, and I really liked it. And I'm probably going to read his other one, Confessions of a Bookseller, when I can find it. We're a third of the way through the year, and I have read 2 of the books on my list. And I'm pretty sure I set the goal at like 12 total, maybe? No, it might have been 10. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch the video. Alright, well, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye!